Hi, I'm Jordan Allyn, getting ready for the rope horse Futurity. This is a 5-year-old mare, DT Metallic John Bomb riding. She's a metallic CD out of Marjorie's Little Jessie, and we're pretty close to the Futurity. I think we're less than a week away, so we're not going to try to change a whole lot. We're just going to try to make them like their job and be ready when we get there.
I'm JD Wing. I'm riding DT Shiner's Jewel. It's owned by T-Cross Ranches, which we're at T-Cross Ranches right now. This mare is an 8-year-old mare, and she's going to the Futurity as a help horse. So we're taking a little different approach, but still getting ready for rope horse Futurity.
So, you know, normal jackpots, you just kind of waller around in there, and as long as you get your horse in the corner, it doesn't matter. But here, you know, they say they're wanting, the judges are looking for a horse that they want to ride. So here we're going to make sure that she's quiet when I ride her in the box there. I'm going to ride her in here just like, you know, I'm going to try to be as realistic as I can and really tell her I'm going to run this steer. And I think it's very important when you ride them in here, you ride them all the way around here and up so that they're straight when you go to back up. You start backing them up in the corner, their feet can get tangled up and they get just apprehensive about it. I think it's real important that you make sure and ride all the way around there and set them up so that way it's their feet don't get tangled up in there. It's easy for them. Doesn't make them apprehensive. Oh, mama. Just kind of looking around in here. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm just gonna make her sit here for a minute and until she kind of comes back to me and relaxes a little bit. Ooh. 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 Pretty happy with that. She stood, left off my hand, smooth and flat, let me rope, handled the steer great. JD did a great job handling that steer and getting me tight. I would be happy with that run.
So, I mean, this is a team sport. It's called team roping for a reason. And the guys with the most pressure are the helpers. We don't have any money up in it, and guys are betting on us to make sure we do a good job for them. So right there, I just made sure I stayed away from that cow, let everything develop out in front of me, and then try to get that steer roped as fast as I can with keeping a nice fluid feel to the run. A help horse taking a jerk, they have to be strong. This mare finished really strong there. Her shoulders were up, her butt was down. Really helped Jordan's horse get around, and I was happy.
The biggest thing is when I'm in here, she's in my hand, and when I send her, she goes. And so, you know, that's the one. You know, she might not stand in here perfectly, but as long as she stands in here, and I can nod for the steer, and she's standing here, and when I go, she goes. Because if you go and she doesn't go, that John Justin's not the biggest arena in the world, and you can sure enough get smoked if you're not pretty close to sharp. Whoa. Whoa. I'm not going to say I got the best start right there, but she stood there, that steer left sharp and hard. She tried as hard as she could, caught up, and from then on I felt like it was very good.
So right there, I got a really good roll at that steer and was able to kind of pick that steer up and keep him straight, maybe even a step left, which was helping Jordan get caught up and allowed Jordan to hit that steer a lot harder in the corner and shape the run up even though we were down the pin.
Ooh. Not bad. wasn't just dead perfect standing in the box, but when the gates banged, she stood there. When I sent her, she went, and she went right to the cow. We do everything I needed to do. Pretty happy with that.
So right there, that steer wasn't heavy by any means, but wasn't just hopping around super light. Jordan's not riding a 16-hand head horse. So as a helper right there, I want to get to the inside, make sure I get that steer heeled fast in case he did go to get heavy.
Yeah, I felt really good about that one. The only thing I'm going to do for the next couple of days is just make sure that she's walking in the box, turning around there, scoring good, and leaving off my hand good. I think my rope and I want to make sure my roping stays sharp. But I feel like as far as she is, that she's pretty close to where she needs to be. Obviously, we're still a week away, so we're not going to want to keep her liking her job, keep her thinking and listening is about the biggest thing that I can think. And hope we draw good.
So as a helper, Jordan gave me some really good looks right there. If that's how it lines up at the Futurity, we're squared away. I'm not going to really change anything between now and the Futurity from a help horse standpoint. As a trainer standpoint, we have what we have. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're not going to make them really any better. We're not going to teach them anything. We can sharpen up the things we have, keep them in a good mood, keep them happy and wanting to go out and work. But if a horse wants to get mad, wants to kind of start a fight with you, you can't engage that. You're not going to have enough time to put them together. You have what you have, keep them as happy as you can, and see what the judges think. So there's definite strategy when it comes to choosing a helper and how that helper helps each guy that they're working with. You want somebody that complements your run. If you have a head horse that's really, really strong in the corner and going to wipe cattle out, you need a guy that's going to heel fast and can handle wild cattle. If your horse is a little bit softer maybe, then you need a guy that's riding a dang sure good help horse to ride around and clean the run up and make it look really pretty and have a nice smooth finish. Helpers, they need to get sharp dallies and need to score sharp all day, and do everything they can to make the show horse look as good as possible.
Yeah, I would second that. The biggest thing if you're heeling for somebody who's showing a head horse is you want to make sure and take a throw where you can rope 2 feet and you get a good dally so that your header gets, if you miss your dally or slide a little rope or something, that can just negate from the whole run. And not that the show horse did anything wrong, it just wasn't quite as crisp as it could have been. And you can't we're going to the Futurity, there's a ton of horses involved and there's not going to be a lot of room for error. So we don't, obviously it happens, but the better you can set yourself up and the cleaner it can be, the better chance you're going to have.
And what about heading?
Yeah, so heading, there's a lot of championships and things won by a good header that knows how to read their heeler, and they can get a hold of that steer and read that heel horse and pick that steer up and have him ready so that when that heel horse comes there, they can keep him, kind of get him interested, but also keep that steer away from him so that horse can be driving around the corner. They can really get a big stop and everything just is smooth and crisp, and they really accentuate that heel horse where they can come around there and do what they're supposed to do.
Well, to add on that, a good header can help a little bit greener horse.
Oh, for sure.
When they can read in the corner and say, oh man, this horse is really coming in hot, better get him moving, or realize, hey, my guy's way behind this run right now, slow that steer down, pick him up, and let you get caught up without making a big scene of it.
Absolutely.
It's life or death having a good helper at the rope horse Futurity.
Is it stressful?
Extremely.
Yes, it is.